I'm going to be working on one of my attempts for the February Challenge Club challenge, which is all about natural colorants that are plant-based. So it must be plant-based. And I'm going to be doing this in two parts. We can do it in more than one pour. So what I have, you can see it, Tim made me this for my birthday, Christmas, whatever. I actually have two of them. Well, my birthday and Christmas are right next to each other, so that's why I said whatever. Anyway, this is a vertical mold, which I'm excited to use. And I have one of these things that I made. I know it's not super fancy if you've got a nice one, but it still works. This is technically for a round column mold, but I'm going to use it in this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make 20 bars. So I have actually two of these. I'm going to do one now using this and pulling it out. And let me backtrack real quick. When I make natural soaps with natural colors, I do essential oils. Essential oils, you have to use quite a bit in order for it to come through in cold process. And essential oils are very expensive and you have to use, like I said, quite a lot. So typically what I do with the natural soaps to keep the costs lower, I will only fragrance half to 3/4 of the soap so that you're still getting a wonderfully smelling bar, but it's not going to be super expensive. So it's still going to smell great, but you're not going to have all of that essential oil that's going to, not work. Anyway, so with this one, I'm going to do half of it now, and then I will cut it tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut it at a diagonal or if I'm going to cut it in half. So it's going to have that kaleidoscope pull through. So I'm going to cut it in half, either diagonally or straight in half, and then I will put that into 2 loaves, and then I will pour a single color on top. Now with this challenge, with the, I'm in the advanced category. There's actually a winner's category above there that I can join as well. I'm not required to be in that one because you have to have won so many times. I did win once last year, but I won some bonus categories, but the bonus categories don't count. Anyway, so I can enter either one of those. They have the same requirements. It just kind of depends on which one you want to be in. You have to do at least 2 botanical colors, and it has to be a combination. So really you need to have at least 3. Of course, I'm going to do more. So I have 3 colors, and I'm going to do a combination of them, so that'll be 6 colors. What I have here is, well, one of them's going to be the natural color because I have 5 bottles. I don't know if you can see all 5 of them. I have alkanet, I have indigo, and I have madder root. So alkanet is kind of a purple. It can be almost black. Madder root is a pink, and then, or a burgundy, and then indigo is blue. So what I'm going to do, I have my alkanet. This is the infusion that I did. I've done, if you look at my patchouli wood soaps, I've done alkanet in those. I've not done an infusion. I've just added it straight in. So it kind of gives it more of a purpley brown color, but I'm actually doing an infusion this time. So what I'm going to do with the kaleidoscope is I have alkanet plus the madder root, plain madder root plus the indigo, plain indigo, and then indigo with the alkanet. And these 3 would be my combo colors. This would be my individual colors. And then when I cut it in half, the rest of the alkanet infusion will be as part of my oils in the second half. So that will be that original of the 3 colors. So another thing I'm going to do, which would actually be another color, is I have some plain batter, because I'm gonna have too much soap for all of these, and I'd like to have some natural color in there. So that one does color. So an uncolored batter counts as a color for this. So that would actually count as well with that, or the alkanet, because that's going to be mixed with that. So lots of things going on. Now there's a private group that we can talk on. There was something that came up with a question that we're not supposed to do swirls. You're supposed to have crisp colors, things that aren't muddy. Now, since I'm doing the kaleidoscope, it's going to pull through. There will be some colors in there that are mixed together. We're going to kind of see how it goes. So tomorrow, anyway, what the question somebody asked is how much do we have to see? So in the rules, it's just basically said don't swirl, but it didn't have like it needs to be 1 inch or 3 inches, whatever. So I'm waiting to see what they say back on that. which will change maybe what I do tomorrow. I'd like to do a solid color of alkanet, but I may have to do a plain color in alkanet, and then maybe an alkanet in a madder or an alkanet in indigo, just so I meet those requirements of having the individual colors plus the mixed color. So yes, I think I got it all out there. The madder root is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. The alkanet is from Brambleberry, and then the natural indigo is from Brambleberry. So I think I've got everything done. I've got my oils separated out. I need to divide out my lye. I'm waiting for my lye to cool down just a little bit more, and then I'll be ready to go. I am not going to put any fragrance in this because the fragrance I'm going to be using is lavender, a little bit of patchouli, a little bit of cedarwood. Lavender, can't talk. Lavender behaves well. Cedarwood behaves well. Patchouli accelerates trace. And there's no way that I'm going to be able to do this pattern with patchouli in it. So I'm going to put that fragrance, like I said earlier, in the other half of the soap. Even if I end up having to change the colors on that one with some layers, it's fine. I'll make it work. So I'm going to get gloved up, get my lye ready and separate it out, and then we'll be ready to go.